Hey there, viewers! A Transformers fan or Charlie Young back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Studio Series E6 Mixmaster. So, we're continuing with the Constructicons because last time I reviewed Scavenger and, well, he was a pretty good figure in my opinion. Like, not perfect, but I quite liked him. So, what about Mixmaster here? Because I have, like, even when this guy just barely came out, I was seeing that, I think it was Canada, like, already had this guy, so, yeah. So, yeah, how is this guy? Well, starting off with the box. So, of course, standard Studio Series box for 2025 and beyond. So, got a picture of Mixmaster right here. Got him in concrete mixer mode. 5 of 5 of Devastator. Of course, the Commander Class 2 pack is 3 of 5. I'm saving that for the next video. Constructicon Mixmaster. Here we got a picture of Devastator. Got some more of Mixmaster here. The back, we got them in both modes. Got a picture of Devastator right there, just fighting the Dinobots. It says what he does in the film. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. And well, for Mixmaster himself, well, obviously he's a cement mixer or concrete mixer. And honestly, in vehicle mode, he looks pretty cool. For one, he's actually the right way around this time, as we'll see in the comparison with Combiner Wars later. So, yeah. But anyway, looking at the details. Of course, we've got the door right there. I'm guessing there's like steps. Of course, got the front grille with the Decepticon symbol on it, windshield wipers. Got the actual mixing drum itself, which unfortunately this doesn't spin because it's actually part of a transformation step where it like flips around. So there is a reason for it not spinning, but still kind of unfortunate, but oh well. The wheels are actually pinned, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, it does roll pretty smoothly. Here we just have this little gaping bit. That's where you slide them in for a Devastator. Underneath, they've actually done something pretty clever. They actually made a flap to cover the face, which is pretty cool. At the cost of making a little pareidolia face, because you see those kind of look like eyes, that's like a mouth, that's a little sort of a nose. There, have fun unseeing that now. You're welcome. But yeah, you can still see it's still just a robot there, just the face now isn't seen. But yeah, overall, I quite like the vehicle modes. And pretty much the only accessory we get is the gun. We've got a little port right there that it goes into. I think I've got the guns mixed up, so please excuse me. I think I've got Hook's gun. There we go. I had Hook's gun by accident. It's just because I'm recording all these in the same day. They're not coming out the same day, but I'm recording all the Constructicon videos the same day. So here we have his gun. So it just plugs in right there. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. Can there say blast effects? Yeah, it can. That's pretty cool. So I guess he can like shoot whatever he's mixing up in here at his enemies. Because if I remember correctly, there was a scene in the show where he's like he's like trying to mix up some stuff, and he's all, yeah, let's mix up some H2SO before stuff. And he had this on him. I guess it's trying to replicate that. I might be misremembering. But But, yeah, it's a nice simple gun. So yeah. And putting him with the Combiner Wars figure, well, yeah, he can. I mean, just look at the Combiner Wars figure. The Combiner Wars figure literally looks like it's backwards, because it was one of those like front-loading cement mixes, and I'm pretty sure, which I don't think anybody liked because it's just really confusing. So yeah, in fact, like when TFU took pictures of him, they just literally spun the figure around so it looks like it's the right way. So yeah. But with this version, they've gone back to their senses and made him the correct style of cement mixer again. Which, thank Primus for that. But anyway, enough rambling on. Let's actually talk about the transformation. Now, just before I do that, one cool thing. So we got this that lifts up and it goes over here. And I'm pretty sure this is meant to also tab into there. Come on. There we go. So, that's essentially the leg mode. It's nice and simple. Like, yeah, the arms also come out to unlock the angle tail, but we'll show that in Devastator's video. But yeah, that's essentially the leg mode, which is pretty cool. Okay, if I can actually get this. There we go. You guys to actually do this transformation, what I'm going to do on top of the hands from here. So yeah, there we go. So on top of the arms from the side. So these around, so we've got heels, and then these will flip down. And then all of this will move it down to form his legs. And then these will close up. I have to try and get this plate down, come on. Oh, crap. Oh, there we go. So, we'll just plate down, that shows his head. The shoulders move, untab and move down. And then chest plate just moves down. Untap the legs. And here we have Mixmaster in robot mode. Hey guys, post-recording Charlie here. I forgot a step with Mixmaster. Turns out you're actually supposed to flip this in as well. I forgot that during the video, so for the entirety of the video, this is just going to be out, so sorry about that, but anyway, let's just continue with the video. And yeah, that's kind of a, well, I guess sort of unique transformation with how the legs work, because with this version, the front of the vehicle is the back of the legs, which, okay. Also, you can see that he has a huge wart sticking out his ass. So, there's that. Like, that's literally the flight stand. Anyway. So, yeah, looking at Mixmaster here. Like, he is cool, but there are some things that I don't like about it. Like, for example, you see these? They're meant to be like that, but you feel like these are meant to flip out to form his feet, but they don't. Like, they don't. So, he just looks like he doesn't have feet. Also, if we look at the head, like, yeah, that's a nice looking head sculpt. It's really hard to try and maneuver the head because it's just so crammed in there. Plus, the shadows kind of hide it from certain angles, so it's kind of weird. Plus, here, I'm going to show how the elbows move. They are. So it's about to there, and then to there. So that's about as far as they move. Like, it's probably like that for the leg mode, but honestly, I don't really like it. So, yeah. But anyway, giving him his gun. Come on. So that's him all armed up. And honestly, yeah, that's essentially... yeah, it's basically Mixmaster. Like, if I put him next to the Combiner Wars figure, honestly, I think I kind of prefer the legs on the Combiner Wars version. Mainly because they just look a bit more detailed because it's the front of the vehicle, which on this version is on the back. So, yeah. Plus, the head's just not crammed right into the, like, well, the head's just not crammed into the back here, covered by shadows. So, yeah. Like, this one does get the vehicle mode right, but the robot mode, I feel, does feel a bit iffy. So, yeah. Plus, the articulation, well, the head, again, it's kind of awkward to get into, but you can't move it. There we go. Arms can move. T-posing is kind of awkward because it seems like he's got trigger-happy shoulders, so he can't really T-pose all too well. The bicep rotation is also kind of weird because it's under one of the wheels. The elbows I've already talked about. Waist rotation? Nope. Probably, again, so you can do the scoliosis thing. Yep, there you go. So you can give him scoliosis if you want. Because, of course, that's for Devastator. He can kick forward, kick back. He's got knees. He can break his knees. Swivel there. And a pivot there at the foot. So yeah, articulation is kind of awkward because elbows kind of move into place awkwardly. The fact that the swivels under one of the wheels is kind of weird, in my opinion. Plus, once again, no waist swivel, but I can't get this one because, you know, the pivot for Devastator. But honestly, this figure does feel a bit awkward in robot mode for me. But, again, it's going to be a leg for Devastator most of the time. But, honestly, would I recommend this? I mean, obviously, if you're trying to complete Devastator, then you are going to need this, but by itself, maybe not. I would say just get it for Devastator. So, yeah. That's pretty much all I've got to say. So, this has been my review on Studio Series 86 Mixmaster. And this is Charlie Young, signing off.